think STS matters because it asks and seeks to answer important questions in different ways that aren't addressed by other kinds of inquiry in areas of scholarly work, such as the co-constitution of science, technology, and political and legal structure. I also think it matters because it, as an identity, forges community and brings people together that are likewise interested in similar questions, and allows a space for thinking together about both approaches to those questions and interesting findings, and thirdly, how those findings might be extended into the world.
And I think STS matters because of a persistent difficulty that we have broadening conversations at the interface of the scientific and the social. On the one hand, these conversations still tend to get mired down into a question of realism versus constructivism. Understanding the sites of engagement for how we can attend to science and the forms of truth-making in science as a set of generative fields in which the answers in the fields of knowledge that become produced are not initially predicated by either the realistic basis of scientific practices or the social underpinnings of a pre-existing social reality that they come from. These might seem like simple statements for us to say within the field of STS, but they're incredibly difficult to message. They're incredibly important to engage with a broader set of actors, including scientists, policymakers, consumers, citizens.
Again, my own personal agenda in STS is to try to bring it into everyday spaces. I think a lot of the laboratory studies work that really set the groundwork for the field now needs to grapple with non-standard spaces and also sort of heterogeneous discourses that exist in everyday life, and the ways that technologies have standardized everyday living and globalized and grappled with scale, but also unravel in those sort of mixed spaces.
I'll be speaking for Alistair Isles, a professor of environmental policy at UC Berkeley. To me, STS offers the ability to be highly reflexive about the worlds that we live in. STS is a way of thought and being that can open up alternative trajectories of life, politics, technology, and science, making diverse, complex worlds more visible and meaningful.